Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So, it is Friday. We made it through another week. And in today's video, I'm going to go and pick up another new project for us to work on, guys. It's not something, this car that I'm picking up, it's not something I normally go for. I've got to be honest, I've never done this before. So let's see how it goes. But there's one main reason why I did go for this car. And I'll explain when I go and get it and bring it back and show you. Basically got to keep getting new projects because just everything keeps selling so quick. Like the red Fiesta, that's gone, that's sold. The black Focus that we did, that's done 38,000 miles. The one I just done the timing belt and water pump this week, I think it was, last week, Friday. That's sold. They're just flying out the door, they're just going. And every time someone comes to collect a car, they always say, it's incredible that I show everything on videos with YouTube. I always say, people, every time I advertise a car, go on the channel, you can see the videos, and people just love it. They absolutely love it, which is great. You know, the thing that I wanted to set up and thing that I wanted to get going is working. I didn't set up the YouTube channel to be a YouTuber, yeah? I'm not no Salvage Rebuilds UK. I'm not no Matt Armstrong. That's not me. I'm not a performer. I'm not acting. This is what it is, and I set it up to show how I'm fixing the cars for the next owner, and that is working unbelievably. Like, it's just, yeah, it's incredible. So everything seems to fly out the door, and it's being sold. So we need to go and get and pick up some more projects. So that is what we're doing today. So leave it with me for now. I'm going to go and get it, bring it back. We'll bring it in the workshop. We'll have a walk around. We'll see if we can work on it today. I don't know if we can, but let's just see what the time's like. So let's get into it. Let's do this. Right. Okay, guys, I am back with the new project. Let me show you what I have just picked up. So, this is a Vauxhall Aguila. Yeah. There's a couple of reasons why I went for this, and they're just cheap little runarounds. It's 1.2 petrol, yeah, I've never done one of these before, so I was a little bit, should I go for it or not? But it come up and I saw it, and it come at a good price. I've got to be honest. Well, it started at a good price, and then it started to go up, and I'll tell you I'll show you the reason why it started to go up in a minute. But let's have a look around it first. Yeah, so it's Aguila S. Aguila S. 2010. Really low mileage for this car. Got one key, no service histories, no books, nothing like that at all. So we're going to be doing a good service on it. And yeah, it's the 1.2, but it's got this like back. It's not really like sort of completely straight up, but it's got a little curve on it. This is more or less the same model as the Suzuki, not Swift. There's another one. There's another one of these, exactly the same sort of shape Suzuki do. And I think this is the Suzuki engine, I believe. I might be wrong there. But yeah, it shares the same stuff as the Suzuki, basically. And then Vauxhall just put all their like badges and stuff all over it and bits and pieces. So yeah, this is Aguila is what it's called. Vauxhall Aguila. Let me show you the damage. That's it. It's the only damage on the car. It is a nice car apart from this corner. The rest of the car is absolutely spot on. So, yeah, this is a Category N. non-structural. So I'm not expecting any damage behind there. But to me, no one has took that apart and got in there to actually have a look. Because you need to remove the parts, the panels, to see if there's any structural damage behind the panels and the parts, if you know what I mean. And it, you know, when they're like this, you know that this hasn't been taken apart by a garage or an insurance assessor, because you really need to take it all apart to have a look, to assess it correctly. But yeah, it's down as a category N. I've already found a wing in colour, and I've already found a headlight. They're on their way straight away. As soon as I won it, bang, I'm looking for parts. Well, I found the parts before I bidded on the car, basically, because it's such a, I'm not going to say like strange, but it's not an everyday car that you see around. So I had to make sure before I started bidding that I can find parts. And I did. So I thought, okay, well, now I can find the parts. I can find the wing in colour. I can find the headlight. Let's go for it. Let's have a bid and let's see if I can win it. And yeah, managed to win this one. A little bit more than what I wanted to pay. I've got to be honest. It did start going up and up and up. And I thought, nah, enough's enough now. And I managed to win it at my highest point. I went, no, stopping right there. So, including fees, this come out at £1,800, which seems a lot of money for this car because it's a 2010. Check the interior out on this car. It actually spells Agilia down the seat, I think. The letters spelled Agilia. Strange name, very, very strange name. But let me show you the reason why I paid a little bit more for this car. It's an automatic. Now, the automatics, any automatic in a minute, especially this type of small little nippy car like this, these automatics are absolutely fetching great money. They're in high demand at the minute, automatics in a little car like this. You know, any small car, potentially this one, I've got to be honest, is already sold. I've had someone that I know has been looking for an automatic, and someone that I know knows other people that are looking for automatics, and they're just so hard to find. The other reason why I went for this one as well, guys, let me show you the mileage. So she runs and drives absolutely fine. Put the key in. So let me show you the mileage on this one. 39,614 miles. 39,000. That is so low. That is so low for this car. But yeah, just need to go all over it. We've got to check it all. Got to make sure exhaust is rattling, or the exhaust is on something. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but we've got to check that and go all over it. Sorry guys, someone is coming to the door. I'll have to come back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. If I leave the door open, people just come to the door and I'm filming and they don't, do you know what I mean? And I have to stop really because, yeah, see what they want and stuff. If the door was shut, it wouldn't really matter because they wouldn't kind of know that I'm here or whatever. Or if the door was shut, maybe I could say, you know, I'm filming or whatever. But anyway, that person has gone now. Let's continue with the car. So we was talking about the mileage. So low. 39. Is it 39? 39 something on it. It's just doing its checks. Yeah, 39,614 miles. It's really low. So that's good. Automatic. One of the main reasons why I got this was because it's an automatic. People are just screaming and screaming for little automatic cars. Now, I can't believe like how in demand they are. I have actually just checked up as well, guys. I know I said to you about this actually is the same as another car, and it's actually called the Suzuki Splash. That's where this shares, you know, Vauxhall have took that Suzuki Splash model. They're even using Suzuki's 1.2 engine and Suzuki's automatic gearbox. So the reliability is so there. Yeah. Someone is definitely trying to be looking after this car as well, because you can, on these edges, look at these door edges, look at these trims. There's like a rubber, and they just sort of pop up and pop out. So someone's, you know, trying to look after their car by putting these little rubber. I don't think they come on the car as standard. I think someone's put them on. I'm not sure, but it just looks weird that if that comes as standard on the doors. Yeah, maybe someone's put them on. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's protecting the doors as you know, against other stuff, you know. So that's good. Definitely saying, I opened the boot on this one. It's not got the best boot in the world. It's got a little tiny boot, but you know, it gets some stuff in there. So you got a little button that releases it. So you open it up, and there you go. Got a little boot. Got a parcel shelf there. So that's good. So that's all there. But there's one thing in this boot that I couldn't work it out. I was thinking, what is going on here? And basically, if you have a look at this shelf, look, you can see that it's at an angle. And I'm trying to work out what, you know, why won't it go back down straight? Why won't it sit flat? And I've worked out there's a actual storage box that's missing here. There should be a plastic storage box container with an extra layer of storage inside there, and then this sits on top of it. And that's what's missing. I could not work it out for the life of me. I'm thinking something's not. And I knew something weren't right because it weren't sitting right, and it's supposed to sit like this. That's how it's supposed to sit. But without the box underneath to support it, it's dropping down. Excuse me. So I've now got to try and find a storage box for the boot of this car. I'm going to check eBay. Going to phone up some breakers. See if they can. See if they've got one. Basically, I'm sure there'll be one somewhere. Surely. But yeah, let's have a look at the engine. You've got a little release like that. Pull a little release there. I'll tell you what, this car is actually starting to grow on me. Come on, that's it. So yeah, this is not a Vauxhall engine and gearbox. This is Suzuki 1.2 petrol engine and gearbox. We're going to do a service. Not going to do the belts or anything like that. I'm just going to do a service on it. Or we will do the belts. I'm not sure actually in this one. I'm not quite sure because I've already got someone interested in this car. That's the problem. They've only got a specific budget, and it's normally the case when people ask me to find a car, source a car. Can I get them this car? Can I find them that car? They've only got a certain amount of budget, and at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? I can't do everything on the car if they're not prepared to pay the top money that I'm going to get for it if I sold it somewhere else, if you know what I mean. So I'm trying to help them out by letting them have a specific car for a specific budget. And 9 times out of 10, that's what is agreed. That's what we, you know, as you know, I'm still a car dealer. I'm still dealing cars, so they've got to have the guarantees. I've got to, you know, warrant. I've got to give out all that sort of stuff as well. So, but it's buying the car, fixing the car, and selling the car for a certain amount. Now, if someone said to me, you know, they've only got a budget of 2.5, but I could sell it for 3.5, Yeah, so there's all that kind of thing you've got to look into it. So I'm going to speak to the potential buyer about the belts. I'm going to say to him, look, I'm going to do the service is included in the original price that I've told him for this one. And yeah, I'm sure he's going to be more than happy with it, but we'll just see how it goes. I'm going to speak to the potential owner. Going to change the headlight, the wing. We're going to do a bit of paint work if we have to. Again, I'm going to speak to him and say, look, because look, that's actually just rubbed off. That white, look. That's all just rubbed off. So, yeah, we've got to check damage behind. You know what I mean? That's what I'm sort of not concerned about, but we have got to check that to see if there's any damage behind that wing. You just never know. Possibly a bracket. There's must be some sort of support bracket for the bumper and the wing that's on that corner. There must be. There always is. So we've got to look at that. As I said to you, I've got the parts. They're on their way. I've got another headlight and a wing in colour, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If it ain't, it's got to go to the paint shop and get painted. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We've obviously got to do the other checks as well. Got to check discs, pads, you know, got to go all over the car. I've still got to get MOT'd. So, but it's just a nice little runaround, isn't it? It's just a nice little cheap runaround for someone. And it's an automatic, but and that is one of the main reasons why I got it was the automatic, cheap car, low mileage. I didn't know. I thought this was. I've got to be honest. I thought this was a Vauxhall engine and gearbox, but it's not. So you get the reliability of the Suzuki. So that's good. That is really, really good. Yeah, a bit dirty, but it all looks good underneath there, you know. So, what do we think so far of the Vauxhall Aguila, however you say it? What do you think so far, guys? Let me know in the comments below. It's just a cheap runaround. That's all it is, and a quick one as well. I've got to be honest. So, yeah, really cheap to insure. Really cheap on insurance. One of the lowest groups of insurance on this one. Cheap tax, everything. So, yeah, very, very. They're very, very. It's going to be a nice little. It's going to be a nice little car to flip. Really, clean it up, and away we go. Not too much damage, hopefully, behind that wing and headlight, but we'll have a look probably next week when we get into something. It's bank holiday Monday, so there'll be no video on Monday. Yeah, we'll get into this next week, and then I've got other cars I'm looking at next week as well. So, you know, we're just going to sort of fit this in as and when we can. But what do we reckon about the blue? I think it breaks up a little bit, you know. I think it sort of kind of just, don't know. It's all plasticky and stuff, but electric windows, electric mirrors. Yeah. CD player. Have we got a CD in there? Didn't even check I got a CD. Let's have a look. Nope. No CD. So, yeah. No CD. Never mind. So yeah, there we go. That is the Vauxhall Aguila. Such a weird name, isn't it? It's such a weird name. I have looked everywhere. I've looked. Oh no! Look. It's for your sunglasses. Goes up there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've looked everywhere for paperwork in this one. No booklets. There's no paperwork. There's nothing. So. Yeah. So that's it, really. Just a tiny little, new project, guys, to show you. The Vauxhall Aguila.
The Vauxhall Aguila S. S means a model, spec or whatever. I think they do 3. I think they do the base model, the S, and then the SE. So this one's the S. Hasn't got the alloy wheels. It's got these. It's got these wheel cover caps, wheel trims. So yeah, we've got to get another one. I've lost one, haven't we? Probably got, yeah, lost when it got banged. I've got to check that suspension as well. Make sure that leg's straight. Make sure that those suspension's right. I want to make sure that's all lined up. Take some measurements and see if that's all okay. If not, we'll be doing some work behind there. But yeah, it looks straight. You know, I'm looking at it. It looks straight upright. You know, it's all there really. So there we go. That is the new project. I'm quite looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a nice one and very, very quick. And if it's already sold, then happy days. But I'm just waiting for him to come back to me to let me know. And I said to him, watch the video. You can see the car. I'm showing him, not just showing you. I'm the potential new owner. That's the person I'm trying to show from the beginning. When I pick the car up, bring it in here, we'll have a walk around it, and then the videos will come when it comes to being fixed, and he can see the process of it being fixed. It's a cat end, so very, very light damage on the wing and the headlight there, and a little scuff on the bumper. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's the end of today's video and the end of the videos this week. I will see you guys next Tuesday, where we'll continue with this one, the other Fiesta. I've even got some parts now for the Toyota Aygo, so we will be jumping on that as well. And that Toyota Aygo, I think the gearbox has got to come out, and I'll explain everything in that video when we start it next week. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. Take care. See you soon.